We see games differently. We see them as having the same artistic responsibility as literature and film. There's enormous potential for games to influence how we envision and consequently create the future.
The real purpose for science fiction is to explore possibilities in context of social ideas. All the missions are pieces of stories that deal with topics like civil rights, environmental and economic sustainability, and overcoming barriers to progress.
We were very influenced by the disciplined graphic aesthetic from the 70s and 80s. It was a process of using this to bring to life drawings of spaceships we all did when we were kids and turning them into the game we always wanted to play.
There's a lot of scale and depth despite the minimalist look, but it's fundamentally built around three familiar concepts: trading goods, traveling space, and tactical supremacy.
Most games are stuck making you level grind and amass power. These were paradigms we urgently needed to challenge.
What we have created delivers action without violence and sets goals for meaningful player achievements.
Major factors include non-destructive combat, character development affected by moral decisions, and purpose for wealth and material gain.
In third Epoch, spaceflight is entering a period of vast commercialization. Coming out of an interstellar upheaval that reshaped the astropolitical landscape of the universe, pilots retooled their skills and their ships for free enterprise. They were known as free riggers. The best free riggers often risked their lives braving extreme cosmic weather and other dangers, not only for profit, but in pursuit of glory. In the course of their travels, they frequently became heroes and sometimes villains.
Ships are at the very center of every free rigger's activities. Different ships have different benefits and drawbacks. Smaller ships fly faster and farther. Bigger ships are slower and tougher. The choice depends on where you're going, how quickly you need to get there, what and how much you're carrying, and the type of risks your missions attract.
We hated the idea of conventional weapons. The only sensible way to engage a hostile ship that happens to be built to withstand vast cosmic forces would be to shut it down from the inside. We use familiar methods to deploy these tools, but their effects disable the ship's systems instead. We wanted to remind our generation that victory doesn't have to be destructive. We discarded typical ship upgrades and shifted the emphasis onto crew instead. It's because people make things better. In the game, when you hire elite crew, they'll improve the performance of your ship and tools.
Now, coffee has become the silk of the trade routes, but there are tons of interesting and eccentric commodities that make up the economies of the star systems. Knowing where things are in supply and demand will improve the results of your enterprising efforts. Whether you're trafficking contraband cargo is up to you, but lucrative gains come with higher risks.
A pilot with a spaceship has many opportunities to earn extra money. For private and commercial delivery, search and rescue, salvage and recovery, exploration and discovery, even infiltration and procurement. These assignments affect your dominant vocation, and you can develop into a great scientist, explorer, secret agent, industrialist, and so on.
The most interesting assignments, however, come from people you meet and talk to at the cafes on space stations. These assignments are usually revelatory and tell pieces of the macro and micro story arcs.
The game also measures achievement in multi-dimensions. You can evolve dynamically between 16 different character alignments that let you experience the game from 16 different perspectives. Third Epoch is free with in-app purchases that let you top up or unlock premium features. Blitztream is a lean garage startup. It's built on hard work, focus on design, and a love for play. These are important values we learned from 2 decades of pioneering and working at the intersection of creativity and technology. Third Epoch is the first of 4 games we've imagined for the next 5 years. What's unique is they represent 4 distinct periods of a consistent continuity. A mythic fantasy era, a Jules Vernish steampunk era with flying airships and mechanical robots, an era of early interstellar flight, and an era of time travel.
Each game is an ongoing work of continuous expansion to explore the entire existence of a fictional universe.
We have 2 basic rules to game making. Our games need to contribute something positive to people, and every game must have a great original idea behind it.
Tactile gaming is huge on our agenda. So we're already doing a lot of R&D on emerging technologies like augmented reality, neurofeedback, device-controlled toys with AI, and haptics. Our games will start to adopt these technologies in the next few years, but in ways that make sense, not just because it's the latest buzz. In the meantime, there's some interesting experimental stuff we're testing in our crowdfunding rewards.
It took us a little over a year to get the pilot edition of Third Epoch to a public beta. We managed this on a shoestring, self-funded budget. And now that we have a solid foundation for the game we can expand from, we're ready to seek external capital to help us accelerate. Our first priority is getting Third Epoch from beta to release on the App Store before the end of fall 2013. The main areas of product development we'll use this funding for will primarily be to expand in-game content. But we've also got asynchronous multiplayer on our list, as well as a lot of small refinements and improvements to the UI. We've come up with some really cool rewards that are also designed to let us test a few innovations we eventually want to add to the game. Financial participation isn't everything, of course. If you like what we're doing, you can also spread the word and let your friends know about Third Epoch. Be a part of creating this incredible fictional universe.